Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to Copper Jacket TV. So over the past couple days, there has been a major shakeup at the ATF, with the latest breaking news just happening this morning. Now, if you're not aware, just yesterday, Kash Patel, who was the temporary director of the ATF while simultaneously being the director of the FBI, was relieved of his position. Now, we all knew that that was coming so that Kash could focus on the FBI and somebody new would be coming in eventually. Well, yesterday, that person that was appointed by the Trump administration was Dan Driscoll. Now, I don't know a lot about Dan Driscoll. He seems to be a pro-Second Amendment guy. He's a Republican. And I know that the veterans out there will appreciate the fact that he is also an Army Ranger with combat experience.
I'm Lieutenant Daniel Driscoll, currently stationed in Baghdad, Iraq, from Boone, North Carolina. I just wanted to wish everybody in Boone a happy holidays. Mom, Dad, I miss you guys. Cassie, can't wait to get back and see you, and go Heels.
Now, the interesting thing is that they removed Kash Patel so that he could focus on the FBI and not run two jobs, but they replaced him with Dan Driscoll, who also has two jobs. Not only will he be the director of the ATF, but he's also the Secretary of the Army. So again, we got somebody with two roles replacing somebody with two roles, but I assume that being maybe the Secretary of the Army doesn't really take up as much time as being director of the ATF. So with that being said, the breaking news that just happened this morning, and in my opinion, the best news that I've heard in weeks, is that the Deputy Director of the ATF, Marvin Richardson, has been forced into early retirement. Now, in my opinion, I think that he should have been fired for his previous infringements on our Second Amendment rights, but again, he was forced into retirement. Marvin Richardson is the person who is responsible for the pistol brace rule, the frames and receivers rule, and he even won a medal, believe it or not, won a medal for his service at Waco. That guy is no longer at the ATF. Now, if you're wondering how we know that he was at Waco, it's thanks to this document that was posted by the GOA that shows his quote-unquote accomplishments. And at the bottom, the GOA highlighted this. It says, he also received Treasury Department's Hostile Action Medal for his service during the 1993 Branch Davidian conflict in Waco, Texas. Now again, while we don't know who the new deputy director is going to be, and I know that some people joke about this, I am actually very serious about it. I think that they should consider Brandon Herrera for deputy director of the ATF. This is somebody who is an expert in firearms. He could be a great asset to that organization, and he is somebody who is a great advocate for our Second Amendment rights. So I am personally throwing his name out there to be deputy director of the ATF. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Would that be a good choice? I think so. So I, for one, am glad that he's no longer there, but keep in mind that these are systemic problems. There are still people there within these three-letter agencies that hold the same beliefs, and they need to be rooted out. Now, these changes typically come from the top down. So we have a new director. Soon we will have a new deputy director, and hopefully that new deputy director will have respect for the Constitution and our Second Amendment rights, and then we can start trickling down from there and getting rid of people that were like Marvin Richardson. Now, it's nice to finally report on some actual positive change. With a change in leadership at the ATF, we can see some previous infringements reversed, restoring some of our Second Amendment rights. But we need to see these changes at all three branches of government. We need it from the executive branch, which I would say that we've seen. We've seen a lot of changes at the executive branch. We need the legislative branch to make changes as well. Repeal the NFA, repeal anything that is an unconstitutional infringement on our Second Amendment rights. We need them to encourage carry instead of restrict carry, and we need it from the judicial branch as well. We need these judges to stop being activists and start being judges who believe in the Constitution. Instead of upholding unconstitutional state laws, they need to recognize the Constitution for what it is. Our Bill of Rights are just God-given rights that have been enshrined in a document. It is not the document, it is our God-given rights that are being infringed on here. So again, we need this top-down change, but it's encouraging to see that this has happened today. So I wanted to let you guys know about it. I want to thank you all very much for watching. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, and we'll see you tomorrow.